sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. And I got Barbie in here with me today, the Human Barbie co-hosting. How you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm chilling, man. Glad to have you. Glad
to be here.
Dope. I'm going to let you do the honors of introducing our guest today.
All right. Well, our guest today is Willy Beegle from the flavor team, Philly Phruit. Let's
Flavor
go.
team
What up?
How you doing,
man?
Doing great.
That's what's up.
Glad to be here. Glad to be alive.
That's what's up. What you got going on?
Well, and I had announcement of the movie. I know a lot of people been seeing me promote the movie April 17th. But yesterday we just got news that the devil's working, but we gonna keep working harder. It's getting pushed back again. We got to go through another distribution team, but the movie is still gonna drop.
Absolutely.
So regardless if it is, when it is, it's still gonna happen.
You allowed to announce the title?
Yes, it's called The Wizard 2020.
All right, word. So we looking forward to that. But besides the movie, because that's a new endeavor, give us a little background on what it is you do, who you are as a person, just a little bit.
Well, first and foremost, I'm the walking billboard of Philadelphia.
That part.
That whole part. Because I just support and promote everybody that I come across. I always try to link up people with somebody else. If you're serious with your craft, I know somebody or know somebody who knows somebody, or we could get you, where you need to be.
He's one of them people we talk about when you say if you in the mix, you going to see the same people all the time.
Right.
He one of them people you going to keep seeing.
That's a fact.
But go ahead.
That's a fact. So from there, I just started to get opportunities to showcase my talent through Black and Nobel. Shout out to them. Going to just little open mics, little ciphers, things like that. And then people started really taking to my bars, and I just started, building more and more on it. But I always had that type of, let me see what I could do, though, because I was already writing rhymes from Connecticut. So I already had that. And finally, when I came here and I saw I can really link with people with beats and producers and really make a track, so let me just see what I can make. And that's where I got 10 Cracks from. Also, I had Run. But that sample never got released from the Far Side. But I have 10 Cracks on my Spotify. And that's the Pound Cake beat with the Biggie Smalls 10 Crack Commandments. So that's a life story I tell there. And just from that, people see like, yo, he really got bars. He got a different way of flowing, of drawing a picture. And people always refer to me or made a comparison to Big Pun. They're like, yo, you got that pun type flow.
That's heavy.
That's
heavy. That's a blessing.
From there,
I wish.
Right? I'm like, ooh.
Right. So from there, just rapping. Then I got with the flavor team with Philly Phruit, and I just been flavor team for like the last 2 years now, just running.
Yeah, dope.
So now it's the Juice Man.
I heard that. You said that one thing you mentioned was Connecticut.
That's where I'm born from. I'm
born in Connecticut, and you run around flying the Philly flag everywhere. That's dope. I like it.
That's
I like it.
We
So
adopted him.
So when did you get here?
Thanks. 2005, I want to say.
All right. That make more sense.
2005.
Feel like he always was here.
That's the thing.
Like I'm learning.
Always
you
was
started
here.
in comedy.
I started in the county.
Oh, in the county.
Montgomery County. And then you just
You gravitated all the way to the city.
I started just coming, like, I broke up with who I was with at that time. And then my next relationship, I started really traveling and really experiencing Philadelphia. Really getting out, like I said, into the cipher. So now I'm learning the streets. I'm on the subway. That's where it started, like, the virtually everywhere. I started that, like, 5 years ago. Just that hashtag. And I just kept feeding it and just manifesting into that virtually everywhere. So where now today, everybody could say that, be like, yo, this dude be everywhere.
Absolutely.
See Baltimore one day, come back, we in New York another day.
No, like I literally feel like I was in Baltimore with you one day and you was in Chicago the next day. Or something weird like that.
Yeah.
You did something crazy like that. And I was like, yo, I just was with him though.
Yeah. Then I'm 2 weeks in Chicago, then I come back, then we 3-4 days in Atlanta, come back, do shows all over the city. So it's a nonstop work, nonstop grind.
So how's traveling been treating you?
Good.
Beautiful.
Good. Yeah, everything's been cool.
That's what's up, man. That's
Everything's
what's
been
up.
cool.
We always encourage people to especially when you artistically inclined, to get out of Philly and go around and see other things and perform on around other energies and other cultures more so, because every city is a different culture, especially in hip hop. Like we have something in common, but everybody got their little twist on how they do it and how they give it up in the room. You know what I mean? In Philly, you gotta understand that if they paying attention, that's like a standing ovation in Philly. But in other places, you might be in the middle of the hood, they jump off the walls for you. You know what I mean? It's just different. So it's dope to hear that you having opportunities to be able to run around and do what you're supposed to be doing. Like, that's dope.
It's putting yourself there also. Like I've done
Absolutely.
coast to coast.
We was just in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So
that's see, moving.
And it's putting yourself. Yo, I was right in there. As soon as the team got there, I pulled right up with the crew. They looking at me, I pulled right up. What's up? I'm right in the mix.
Nah. You definitely somebody. You also mentioned that like you said, you the Philly flag because you support everybody. Where does that energy come from?
No fear. I just.
So you always been that way? You've always like when you was in Connecticut, you was the guy that everybody needed on their side.
Yeah, the unofficial leader. I'm the one to be like, nah, we got it. Nah, we can do it. And if it's not, probably be like, yo, no, it's not. And then I'm always in the mix. So I always wanted to be like either yes or no, or like how we could make it work. You know, like baseball teams, just the unofficial leader, one not to be afraid.
No, that's important though. And that's dope because I feel like in a lot of ways that's how I've tried to be a lot of times, especially in my circle. But I feel like to be conscious of it while you're doing it and to do it selflessly is something that a lot of people don't understand and they don't grasp. And I feel like it's either in you or it ain't at that point, because we're in entertainment, we're in show business. If you can't be used, you're not useful. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of people just trying to come up off of somebody else's shine. And you got to figure out a way to balance that. But when you run into things and say, yo, I think this person is dope, I think this person is ill, I think this person's a hard worker, and I just want to see them have opportunities, then you're not tied down to what comes after that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where people get it
messed up. Or it's a thin line. So
it's definitely, and like I said, sometimes it might be too much stress trying to figure out the difference for some people.
It is.
You can say it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I feel you.
That's how I go. I like to better answer your question of
that was a good answer.
It's, I guess like I grew up in church, so it was always like I was taught real early to not be afraid. Like my dad taught me always ask a question. You know, the question not asked is a bad question or a dumb question. So speaking up,
that's one thing we learned in Bible study.
What's right is right.
For real too.
Wrong is
I was
wrong.
about to say I was taught that as a child.
Yeah, so I grew up on principles, morals, you know, Bible ethic and stuff. So I'm really from the old cloth. Where even I say I'm cut from metal to how old school I am. Where everybody says, "Oh, cloth." No, I come from the blacksmith day. It's like really all handmade. You know what I mean? So
real craftsman
that's
work.
where it all comes from.
But that's what it's about.
Everybody win.
And it's funny because even when you describe yourself, it's fun to listen to you describe yourself because you have an artistic way of describing yourself. Everything that he says, he's thought through all of this stuff. Like he know exactly what he represents, and it's not false. It's not like I said when we was off air. A lot of people lie to themselves before they lie to you. And that's why sometimes you can't take it personal because they don't even know they lying to you because they already convinced themselves of some bullshit. But
I'm done.
When
I just be done. I just be done.
But when he's saying in a way that that you're describing yourself, these things actually register. It's like, no, that makes sense. No, that's perfect. Actually, that's better stated than I probably would have said. Exactly. But that's why I like to give people an opportunity to tell people what they do, because I could describe you in a bunch of different lights. But I could do that after you give me a little baseline of how you see yourself. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have the what is called the elevator pitch type of thing. If somebody asked you what you did, no idea, most people will freeze up for the first 10 seconds.
They won't know how to compile and put it together.
So it's good to think about these things and to have an understanding on these things, especially about yourself before you go into business, trying to be around other motherfuckers that might not even be registering. But Barbie.
Yes.
What's up with you?
How did you meet this gentleman?
I don't know. Wait, I gotta think. Because, you know, I'm always in the mix. So I'm trying to.
I know. You remember, Willie?
I don't remember what event, but I know it was on the network tip. And
Was it at my first pop-up shop?
I think it was or something.
How long ago was that?
Ron Murder put me up to one of your
2 years ago?
Shout out to Ron Murder. He in the building.
Yes.
So that was 2 years ago.
Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I had my first pop-up shop. And
that went well?
It did.
I'm pretty sure.
My first one was successful. Everybody, most of everybody sold out. So.
Right.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, most of we had to like once the time like I think it was like over at 4. Once 4 o'clock came, everybody was like done. We was just like, well, I guess this is over because we was like everybody was looking around like
Nah, that's beautiful.
So
that's beautiful.
But I met him at that pop up shop and he was really like a help to me. Like I didn't have to ask for it. He just came over like, Barb, do you need any help? I got you. He started picking up tables, he just started helping. So from there, I just said, like, genuinely, he just gravitated to me. So I just always fucked with him. Like, you know, like, that's my guy.
And it's
He's
crazy
that...
You're
a boss, not to cut you off.
Absolutely.
So that's why I was like I said, once it's like, yo, these my folks. If you my peoples and you tell me like, yo, these are my folks, it's an instant. Like, you know what I mean? We could catch up on the way. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're riding with me. So it was that type of deal where it was like,
and right that's genuine.
I saw it was her event. Instantly, the good vibe. So I was like, all right, you know, started, like she said, grabbing tables, doing whatever. Even outside, we started jamming, dancing, trying to even create the good energy and start bringing in the customers and for people to be like, well, what's going on here? Like, they look like they have a good time.
Yes. Even I had people that came back to me from that event and was like, who's the guy with the dreads? And he was so helpful. And I mean, everybody just kept like talking about you. That's why I was like, yeah, that's my guy. And then from every event I had, he's been there.
That's amazing.
Every pop-up shop, you've been at all my pop-up shops. So I mean, yeah, he's just been a big supporter for my business and just me and genuinely. So.
Speaking of, you have an event coming up, don't you?
I do. I have a 420 event.
Talk about it.
Ooh, it's actually...
Now she's excited.
I know, it's 420.
We got her back.
But I have a 420 event. The Barbie's Bar and Customized by Barbie and Philly Phruit is actually having an event. We're having our first 420 event. We're going to have a lot of, we actually have 16 vendors from New York, New Jersey, and Philly. So it's going to be exciting. We got a lot of weed vendors, food vendors.
That's going to be a situation.
Treat vendors, drink vendors. So it's basically a place to come to get everything you need for 420.
Sound like a party to me.
Yes, definitely should be a party.
So the details are what, once again?
Details are it's a 420 pop-up shop. It's on 416 and it's from 12 to 5 and the address is located on my page on the flyer.
Absolutely, man. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. And one thing that I did hear you say, you always had successful pop-ups. So,
I do. I just pray to God that God willing.
I mean,
this one, I pray that it be successful for all my vendors.
We from Philly. We built for a pothole or two. We just gotta make sure the rest of the road.
Listen, I'm trying. So listen, I just hope for everybody. Like, not for me. I'm doing it for everybody, so everybody can showcase their work. Us small businesses everybody might not have a storefront, or you might be working out your house. Somebody might not know about it, but might need your products.
Yeah. And speaking of which, you might as well put a booth at the concert series next week.
Okay. I got you.
Cool. That'll be over by now, by the time y'all see this. But Sippin' with Sammie concert series, the 3rd installment, will be done by the time y'all see this. Shout out to Font Productions and everybody that's involved.
Yo, Font Productions. Oh my God. I love them.
Yo, man. We try.
Yes.
But we talking about Philly Phruit. Let's talk about the relationship. Should we bring Ron over so he can explain, or I'm sure y'all know how to run this down pretty well.
Like I said, yeah. So that's why they call me the juice man. So everywhere they see me, we got Philly Fruit juice. This is good juice and real fruit. It's mother tested, child approved.
That part.
Animal accepted, community supported.
Let them know.
All real. Like, we not homeless, we are hustlers. So I tell people all over Philly, if you see me with the cooler, I'm either picking up or dropping off.
And they was one of the sponsors for the second concert series, actually. And that's what you see on the table. If you tune in, it was definitely the Philly Fruit bottles well represented. So they are neighborhood and locally supported. Cause that's how we rock, man, and they support us. So shout out to Philly Fruit.
I'm the ambassador for the strawberry lemonade. Okay.
The first
did you name yourself that?
I did. I don't care.
Okay,
You know,
I
don't.
just wondered if that was official.
Yeah, I don't care if you know.
The female
but
ambassador.
this is my favorite one, and I take it if I have it, if I can get my hands on it, I take it wherever I go. Everywhere I go.
So you say keep your hands on it. Let me find out. Is it high demand? It's hard to keep the
It is. Sometimes it's hard to get it. So
that's dope. That's a good problem.
Listen,
that's a
I
good
ain't complaining.
That's the number one. Dope.
And this is
That's my favorite one.
Second.
Mm-hmm.
This is like right
and
under.
that's just what's
pineapple lemonade.
Pineapple lemonade.
Then you have a new flavor they came up with, berry lemonade, because they had a berry that's like a fruit punch, it's like a punch purple. That one, the berry lemonade, that they go crazy for that.
Yeah, that one's
Male
good
and
too.
females go crazy. They're like, give me the pink one.
That one's good too.
And we have watermelon lemonade over here. We have chunky mango, peach tea.
Mm-hmm.
We got a peach tea lemonade coming out soon. Doing the final tweaks on that.
Dope.
So I've been with them for 2 years now, and like I said, from the first sip, it was like, how can I get down? And I just became a vendor, a street vendor, and then I just started seeing how can I capitalize. Me, I like the residency. I don't like to just here and there and all.
Mm-hmm.
So I found places where I could be residency vendor at a places and then draw with my vibe, with my energy. You know, I built that up already. So now I place that in the building.
Mm-hmm.
I draw money. I bring money with me. So that's where all of that has become my resume to people call me and be like, yo, I would love you. Even if you don't perform, even if we definitely want the juice. So just pop up, just come through. You know, bring
You a
the
smart
juice,
man, yo.
And we'll worry about the rest later.
Nah, that's dope.
So it's a blessing on blessings, you know. It's definitely God-driven and God-given.
And one thing that I've been
The vibes.
hearing a lot of is that Ryan is out here providing opportunities.
Facts.
So if y'all want to get on the team, if y'all want to represent
Because
something,
he's a boss.
that's dope. That it's in demand at this point. So it's not like, you know what I mean? What they say?
Listen.
The shit sell itself, baby.
It does. That's why I say he the boss.
All you got to do is say, I got it. That's
Yeah,
it.
so holla at Ryan Murda, holla at Philly Fruit, holla at
And
anybody
we done
that
did
you
the
see up here.
groundwork. New York, Connecticut, Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, Atlanta,
And you about to get
North
Chicago
Carolina,
soon.
Mississippi, Chicago.
Okay, you got Chicago.
No, I haven't
You want
brought
it.
them out there. You know
But
what I
you
mean?
want
But
it.
I have those markets that I can go out there and, you know what I mean?
Facilitate what you gotta do. No, that's dope.
So
It's
if you
important.
out there, you see this, tell somebody come down, come to
Take it
Philly.
wherever I go.
I heard that.
Let's
I
flip.
heard that. That's dope. Just got a new idea, but we'll talk about it off air. We'll talk about it off air.
I'm cracking up.
She probably know what I was thinking.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
But ultimately, like when it comes down to you travel a lot, you have multiple interests, which I'm sure are fulfilling in their own ways. You support a lot of other people. What do you do? Do you have down times? Do you have time? And I don't mean down as in dark. I mean down as in like slow
rest
down,
time.
relaxing, or meditation time, things
So-
like that.
As a higher up, I'll put it like this. As a higher up, as far as, because I'm a big consult in several independent actual businesses.
Absolutely.
Radio, juice, and then my own endeavors.
Right.
So an hour is like a whole day. Where people take a day off, I get hours between traveling. I just take an hour to zone out to myself.
But you
I
do it
have-
consciously.
Yeah, consciously. Yeah. And everyone is aware of my scheduling. Like everything I try to as best I can plan today 2 days ago.
At least.
And I ask God that, like, if we get
Guide
there,
your-
this
guide
is
your
how.
guide your
you know,
steps.
right,
Yeah, absolutely.
right. So that far, and even those things like that, how I prepare my day, you know, each thought, each sentence, and things. Those are things that I consult and I teach people how to do interviews, how to have meetings, how to take care of time management, things like that. So even in myself,
I didn't know that was something that you taught. That's dope.
but these are things that I've seen that myself, it heightens.
It'll change your life.
That if it hits me 8%, all it has to do is hit you 1%. That it did its job with me because I'm my own level, I'm my own. But at least for you, you know, you
It'll
get that
spark
thing
something.
for yourself, right,
Exactly.
for that moment.
Nah, that
So,
makes sense.
Like every 3 weeks, at least a month, I try to at least take one 24-hour day, You go somewhere, get a room, and just really
Hit the reset
zone out.
button.
Yeah, hit a whole reset and really.
I'm glad to hear that because I don't want you doing everything for everybody. Even though, like I said, a lot of things that you do are for you, but we burn ourselves out doing what we love too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I
Like
find time, though. I make my
burnout
time.
don't just come because it's strenuous. It comes because you run it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? The candle only got one side that's supposed to burn. But we all got to burn it at both sides because I understand we at these times, we have this potential, and we don't know the window to accomplish what we trying to get to.
Right.
So, like you said, treat an hour like a day, and then take a day when you got one.
Right.
That makes sense to me. I love that.
I strategically plan to have that round straight. Everything else is all in order. I have my meetings set up for after that. I take care of everything up to that point. You know, like when I did the movie, I told everybody I was working with in Philly, I'm going to be locked in for the whole month of June, so get with me now. And as best I could, I was still taking calls and doing little things, but I was really off the map.
So how was that? How was the movie business for you, man? How did that feel to have a real production like that?
That was crazy.
Like, that's a big deal.
I was even on the boom mic. I wasn't just acting. Like, I was so shout out to that.
Of course you
shout
were.
out to KO.
Of course he was on the boom mic.
I can't wait to see it.
I'm the hand-on guy. I'm just the hands-on.
No, that's
like,
dope though, and that's
necessary.
that gets you further than anything.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It really was a whole independent film. Like, it's all on his shoulders. We just did our part to do our part.
How was everybody?
Loving, caring. They're my Chicago family. They're all family to me.
Dope.
That's dope.
They all love me. I can go and be like, yo, what's up? Like, I'm here. I don't have, it's beyond the movie. You know, that I spent 2 weeks out there. So in all total, I was a full month. Twice I had to go out there for 2 weeks.
Right.
So we literally had time across the table. It wasn't just me out there doing my lines in a room, somewhere else. No, I'm with them.
Which is better for you the way that your brain works. That's more fitting for you, especially as an introduction to something like that.
Because we're doing rehearsals, we're learning each other, we're
Table
learning our parts.
reads is dope.
Yeah, we're critiquing each other, like on facial expression, right, things like that, little moves. So
Barbie know about all this, you know what I'm saying? That's Barbie world.
Yeah, right.
I'm
like, with the
cracking up.
modeling, with the modeling,
The
smallest
modeling, the
little
acting,
thing.
like, you know
I
about
know, that's
all
why I be
that.
laughing when people
Hit
be
the
like,
mark.
yeah, expressions, and I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, facial expressions,
What
all
do
of
you
that.
do?
And even helping people get into their character. You had the Scarecrow, you had the Tin Man, you had Dorothy. You know, even the dog, we were sitting there trying to get her to do the certain moves that we needed just for that shot, and everything kicks. So
Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it, and it's dope to be able to really have a hands-on experience with it. Like, you being able to hold the boom mic says something and
Right,
does
that's so
something.
cool, though.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's decent. I'm pretty sure to be on sets where nobody needs help because it's this many people running around doing shit.
Right.
But it's the experience of being hands-on with something, and then when you see it back, you know, like, I was holding the boom mic in this seat right here. That's me.
but I was
That's hard.
I could tell you stories with DJ carrying a big boom box as big as me. Like, we walking through downtown when it was all militarized and everything.
Question:
What's up?
Will it be IMDb? Like, will it get credited?
I'm IMDb, Willy Beegle.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
all
you'll
that.
get
You can
credited?
Google me.
That'd be lit.
Super good. Super
Send me the
good.
link so I can follow you.
Got you.
Let's
Got you.
go.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Man.
So is
And I
this your
told
first
you that was
credit?
dope before, but
It's my
yeah,
first
man.
credit.
It's your first credit.
And I got a song on the soundtrack that I got. That's all.
And you got a placement?
Congratulations.
Heavy.
Right. Congratulations.
Heavy.
It's such a
See, that's why I wanted to
And
end it.
that's
Willie
why I
from
wanted to
Philly,
make
and
sure
that's what
that
I'm
we
saying.
got
It's
on that
beautiful.
early before, I got saturated.
Right.
Because I think that it's a big deal, and I think that that's dope, and I think you're somebody that's deserving of these kind of opportunities. So even though you said, man, we had a plan on this, man, it's greater later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is like music. If it's good, it's only owed to who seen it,
Right.
who heard it, whatever
Right.
have you. You know what
And
I
that's
mean?
why I'm so
you'll
glad
be
that it's
fine.
getting the opposition. That just tells me more and more how, like, a God gift this is, how big this, because it's the Wizard of Oz. It's the Chicago version of the Wizard of Oz.
I just watched Black De Niro, Boom, and Filthy Rich on Mav Hoffa's podcast.
Okay.
And we all know De Niro, we all know Boone and Rich, we all know what's my man name? Jimmy the Saint. Like, we know what they go through, not only to produce these things, but to get them where they're supposed to be distribution wise.
Right.
It comes with it, man.
Yeah. It does.
It comes with it, and it's expected. But what I've learned from listening to the multiple people that I've heard, even like I refer back to that podcast with those three, they was saying like, you know, the more you know, the better it is later. Sometimes you got to take risk and take a hit or take a short. Yeah. But if you don't have to, don't.
Right. And sometimes you just learn with trial and error.
Right. Absolutely. And that's the thing. Nobody regrets those other times where they didn't necessarily do what was considered the best move. They did what they had to do, and they figured something out to never have to do that again.
Correct.
And that's what it's about. But I think that the time that's being taken and whatever obstacle it is going to reveal a bigger prize. It's another
and
door.
It really is their loss. Because we were lined up, submitted to AMC theaters, that they had the opportunity to back us. Not to buy it out, but to back us in the theaters.
There's a lot, and that's part of it. There's a lot going on. Not even politically, just where people are spending their money for entertainment.
Correct. Yeah.
It's shifting,
and it's
and
more
they don't really
it's
know.
It's going into streaming. To be honest,
cool. We from the hip hop generation, and one thing that we know is, as black people, and especially as hip hop, we usually see the curve before the curve is made. They're trying to chase a curve right now.
Right.
So business is going to be strange. It's going to be strange because they, you know, one day this is the meeting, the next day that meeting completely different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that's how it happened. But I'm glad
that's why I
director,
said now everything is streaming. Everything is at your TV. So
some
people don't want to go to the movies because you could just.
So what we gonna do? Amazon Prime? We gonna Tubi?
That's
we gonna
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's definitely going on Prime, and then it's gonna be probably Roku.
Yeah, because you do the Prime first, and this is what they was explaining on the pod actually.
Seriously, because it's going into streaming. So.
And one of my favorite things, and shout out to Boone and Rich because they did Flyboy before. We had a ball with them. But one thing I heard Boone say in the pod was, Rich actually referred to Boone. He said, one thing about him, man, he don't give a fuck about no's. He always got another plan. Boone said, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. Somebody slam a door in your face, you knock on the next door.
Facts.
And I was like, that's ill.
That makes sense though.
That's ill. You know what I mean? That make all the sense in the world coming from a Jehovah's Witness.
Faithful. Right. They were faithful.
Like at
every
the
Saturday.
end of the day, I got a mission. You want to hear me or not? I'm gonna make more traction. Not spending my extra 30 seconds to a minute talking to you. I might get to talk to somebody that need to hear this, that want to hear this. Right. And that's how you gotta go do it. I think that was dope. I think I might write that down somewhere and make sure I don't forget it.
So the director's name is K.O. the Lyrical Michael Myers.
Say it again.
K.O. the Lyrical Michael Myers.
Right, because it's
Chicago. Yeah, he's from Chicago. He has multiple albums already out.
Salute
he's even got
you,
like
homie.
a video album out. It's fire.
Oh, you did the Beyonce on him?
He did a whole
visual album. No, that's gangster.
He did it a long time ago though.
So he probably might have been before
like
B.
This dude, the visionary though.
I did it before B. But I mean, like stuff like that is dope. You know how much it take to get one visual together? We're a part of other people's visuals, and we ain't got to think as much as they do. We just got to show up and play our part. And I have to build visuals every once in a while because I am still an artist. Yeah. And even now, I'm trying to wrap my head around the Ruger song. You wanna roll with Sammie? That joint. It's like I want to do so many things, and it's like, well, what makes the most fucking sense, bro? Because in a minute it's gonna be Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got the budget for Spider-Man.
so we gotta figure something out.
But it's one of those things where it's like I said, we're creatives. So when it's our turn to try to think about something and you want it to be represented the right way, you still gotta balance out the fact that you're still human.
Yeah.
And that you still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we need to work through these things so the way that you schedule your life probably makes it easier for you to get on to the next vision because you schedule it so well. You see what I'm saying? I don't even keep my own calendar. I'm bad. I assume I have something to do every evening.
I'm cracking up.
You think I'm joking?
Yeah,
I'm like, I'll see it on the gram before the day up. That's where I'm supposed to be. On my way.
I mean, sometimes that happens to me.
I'm horrible.
I mean, I gotta... Because I have so many little like from a meeting like this, I'll have a meeting on the phone in the car going to somewhere else to sit down, and then so
you're efficient.
So like I said, the time management. I read a little thin paperback book, and it was called Time Management. Forget the author, but that taught me so much.
About how many pages? Just in case somebody wanted to look it up.
30, 35 pages, maybe 40.
So if it's time management, it's under 50 pages. It's probably the one you're talking about.
To the point that even the way the book said it to me, it was just like so on the point, you know. And it's really controlling your space and your energy. And that's what that taught me.
Well, see, I don't sleep much, so I kind of get a lot done, in a certain amount of time because it's like my biggest thing is waiting for people to wake up before I start sending messages and shit.
That's me.
But I'll be like, you know what I mean? I'm already.
I wanted to be there.
I don't sleep
morning,
late.
like,
I don't sleep
I
long.
wanted to be there.
I'm like, damn.
So it's like,
Sometimes if it's like a weekend, maybe. But if I already had
bro, I hit
that
10:30 like a
conversation
week
with
ago and was ecstatic. Woke up at 10:30, was like, nigga, I did it. Like real rap, bro. This never happens for me. Like I'm not sick. I'm not on
Just
pills
that
because
extra
of an
hour,
injury
yeah.
or something. Like, because I don't take pills. I'm scared of them.
Sure.
But like, you know, I've had ACL surgery before and different kind of sleep when you. Different kind of sleep.
I know about
Different kind of sleep with pain.
But once you wake up, because that's what wakes you up.
Oh, I know.
Pain wakes you up.
I get
Don't nothing else wake you up.
But pain.
You
That's
wake
a
up
fact.
on 1,000.
Listen.
Like get the ice, get the pills, get
everything.
Everything has to
Get
happen
everything.
now. Oh, I gotta eat first. Well, cook. Like,
Right. I need you to do it like 2 hours ago. Like it should have been here when I woke up.
That's like you wake
So I
up
get
like
it.
you wake up like the house on fire. It's crazy, yo. And that's a feeling I don't like having. But like
Facts.
legit, if I get to sleep till 9 something, I'm ecstatic. Like, you know what? I ain't have to be nowhere enough. I ain't miss nothing. Cause that's the thing. Like, it's always something to be done. It's always something to be. Even if you can't do it, you could be figuring it out.
Yeah, thinking about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like with these concert series, I got 100 artists in my head that would be beautiful to be on my concert series. In my head, I can't put all of them on the first one. I can't put all of them on the second one. I can't put all of them. How do you prioritize that? So now I'm trying to figure out balance. This, and this. That helps that. But then you get to the fourth show, and my little brother like, you ain't been on the joint yet.
Yeah. Well.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, no, you in there.
Yeah.
So when I'm up early, I'm literally trying to figure out the next 3. So I can literally tell my little brother, no, you on in June, you good, I got you.
Relax.
I'll give you something, and this is also the jewel that can. I give blueprints, and I allow people to put their details into
No,
it.
give me something, please.
Hit type of like showcase, like a new one who doesn't have as much time, and then you build up to like your headline artist. If you have, say you have
Yeah,
4
absolutely,
people
I
on,
do that.
At a time you mix it up. You don't.
No,
you don't
that's
make
part
them
of
all.
that's part of the balancing act
You know.
because the balancing act is multifaceted. It's not making it all rap and hip hop. It's also offering an opportunity for a newer up and coming artist to
Even the business
open the
comes
show and all of that. And then there's kind of a up and down effect of where the placements go because it's not really based on you're the headliner because you're the biggest artist. The person that goes last because it makes the most sense for the
That's who
situation.
you want to spend the most time.
Not even that.
I mean, to be the
There's
main
ranges
focus.
in how many. There's range like there's levels. The first performer does 2 songs.
Okay.
And up. You see what I'm saying? But we only have 7. So it's a range. But like even with that, there's like, well, damn, I know a lot of people that I would love to open the joint. Give us that energy early on that deserve them opportunities, but we gotta spread them out.
Facts.
She's been a part of the process from, sitting next to me on camera and having to like watch how we, figure out how we was going to program it. She was a part of that mission of and thank you for that, of actually bringing what was in my head to life in real time, like.
No problem.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, the idea is the idea, but the execution is something different.
Correct.
And you can't bring on a team until you know what you're doing, which is something that I'm looking at Ryan because I feel like he understands that 100%. He can't give y'all a faulty thing and say, go rep the brand. That needs to be tried, true. We need to know how long it lasts on the shelf. We need to know, all type of demographics before I just send y'all out there and have y'all playing with y'all name.
Yeah, no, he definitely makes sure. We
And
always good.
It's different. It's different.
He goes
but
above and beyond, make sure that we're good to events or even just everywhere.
oh man,
just make sure we're
y'all
good.
everywhere,
Be a real
bro.
team. Yeah, we're
Y'all
a real team, that's
everywhere.
why.
Like it's kind of ridiculous at this point because because I remember what was it, Fam Juice?
Yeah.
That was their name.
Yeah.
And I remember when they started and how I see it. I know what's about that. You see what I'm saying? Like I know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, everybody think Ryan. Listen.
I know.
Yeah.
First sip.
He,
I
on
saw
some,
the
he got something
Some
going
people
on
gotta
that.
catch up.
No, but I understand it. I see it all because, like I said, I've seen it and I believe in us.
Right.
What is it? I'm rooting for everybody black type shit. Like I believe in us, and if I see that you have the initiative to move,
Yeah.
then I don't deny any. I don't doubt. that
That's
you
what it
be able to
was,
do what you
yeah.
need to do. That's what I think.
He's somebody that sometimes I gotta even keep up with him. As hard as I run like Riddick. For those that know or don't know who that movie character is by Vin Diesel, Riddick run at one speed. Mine. This the only man that can keep up with me, or even have me having to keep up with him.
That's what they used to say about me in
his
basketball.
drive.
He only played at one
I
speed.
saw the
That was
product.
bad.
Off the first taste, I see the vision that I saw today. Off the first taste, I'm like, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Now, how has the progression been since you've been on for the 2 years you've been on? You said that you've opened up a few extra markets and such, but like, how has the journey been? What does it look like in real time? Just in case somebody is,
I was about to say, let Ryan come over here
influenced.
too.
Absolutely, Ryan is more than welcome over
Come
here.
on, Ryan. No, come on.
He's still trying to be cool.
He trying to be cool.
Come on, Ryan. Cause I'm
It's
interested.
been
No, cause
crazy.
this is important
There you go.
because
And-
we got a
and
lot of people that's getting into entrepreneurship.
This is dead ass. This is
and
real
they don't
shit.
understand that you got to start somewhere,
Right.
and you can start in the most inopportune positions.
Right.
You don't have to be up to do it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
go ahead.
I mean, basically, like, just to kind of wrap it up, like, we're going on our 4-year anniversary on April 10th. You know
Dope.
what I'm saying? So,
Dope.
consistency is definitely the key. You know what I'm
Always.
saying? It's going to definitely be ups and downs when you're an
Absolutely.
entrepreneur in general. Like,
That's it.
you already
All
know,
the
like,
time.
you got to put the house on it sometimes if you really believe in it. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So it was definitely a rough journey, like, but like one thing I could say is it always been accepted by the people. Like the second we put it out there, the demand for it went through the roof.
Well, that's called quality.
So that was one thing, just as far as getting the business side of it right and all the loopholes and the obstacles that we gotta face with being an all black business. So it's like a gift and a curse, but it's more of a gift than anything. So
Absolutely.
it's great.
Early mornings and long fucking nights.
Yeah.
No,
like,
that's
you know
part
what
of
I'm
it,
saying?
man.
Hard work. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's all a gift. It's a true blessing to see people's faces light up when they see the juice. When they hear our name, they come running. Like, they politely push people out the way and be like, move. Because you need, and you should follow me to where I'm about to go. So it's really
That's
a
dope.
big thing.
But
So,
I think that it's important to explain these things because, like I said, the motivation. Shout out to Got Laundry. My homegirl and her husband, it's my homie too.
Shout out to them.
They have a laundry business that they run. They started their business with $200. They bought a bunch of
Garbage.
flyers to hang on doors or put in mailboxes or whatever, and they started from there. And they've been rolling for quite a while. Survived the pandemic when everybody was cutting back on extra expenses. They still was around. You know what I mean? These things are
Exactly.
important to show that like it could be done.
And that's another thing you brought that up. It's crazy because during the pandemic when all the other businesses was closing or slowing down, our business actually like picked up. Like,
Because everybody was drinking and they wanted the right juice for their mix.
like
They was sipping.
we
They
got-
needed a
we
little
got
something,
extra
something.
busy. Like it was crazy.
That's dope though. That's dope. And I've we talked to a lot of people on here, and a lot of people that I've talked to, and I guess that's why they seem so exciting for me to talk to in the first place. They thrived through the pandemic.
Right.
They've leaped over goals and things like that they didn't expect. Especially
it
because
made
we
you-
were all
it made
bracing
you-
for impact. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, it made your entrepreneur kick all the way in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
It
you
made
ain't had
your-
no guarantees.
Yeah, it made your hustle
Ain't no
kick
rules.
all the way in if you was gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's why
that
I
was a
always
test.
I like hearing those stories. I like to salute y'all for that because
Thanks.
I think it's important. And one thing that I thought earlier too was we all have worked for somebody else's dream.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We all have worked in somebody else's situation to make somebody else look better for somebody else that they give a fuck about that we don't even get to
That
see
we don't
or
even know,
care
right?
about.
Exactly.
And they've been taking credit for our thing. And what y'all got going on, it's not that.
Exactly.
It's never gonna feel like that.
Right.
So when you say the long days, the early nights, the late nights, like it's worth it at that point because how many times does a motherfucker work 60 hours a week at a job and then had a side job that was 15 to 25 hours a week? Like, I spent half of my life either with 2 jobs or a hustle and a job or 2.5 jobs.
I was 15 with 2 jobs.
You know, and I don't mind working at all. If I agree to the number and you gonna give me the hours, especially if I can kick some overtime, I'm there all the time. It just regulates everything else I have going on. But it don't feel the same.
Exactly.
It don't feel the same. Don't feel the same. I take a loss for just to have a little more responsibility and a little more input
and more freedom. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Take a little hit. It's cool because we're gonna make it up in the long run because we plan it.
You always win more.
Not listening to y'all outdated plan. That's about to get all of us, 20 of us cut next month anyway.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
That all man black pop up shop that I'm having.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we definitely need you there.
Yeah, I got a booth. I got tables and shit.
All right. I need you to broadcast it because you're another man.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
It's all black thing.
All
black man pop.
I don't know if they can hear you on the microphone, but you saying a lot. Bring that smile back over here. There you go.
All right, the all black men pop up shop. I want you to be there. I want you to broadcast it for me. I'm gonna have Uncle O broadcasting also, but I would like you to be there too because the way the place is set up, I want somebody in the front and somebody in the back.
Okay.
So basically, I want him to be doing interviews, and I want you to be walking around doing interviews because you're more. But I want him to be like stationed. I want you to be more mobile. I want you going to all the tables and actually getting all the men entrepreneurs and their products.
Word.
So, and I definitely want to showcase you, Sammie.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. So
whatever the hell that means.
Make sure you bring your banners. Make sure everybody know everything about you. Make sure you have your merch. Make sure you have whatever.
No, because I feel like if I feel like I was already being showcased. But you mean that?
No,
that's fine.
Showcase everything.
That's fine.
You get what I'm saying? You're mobile.
That's
you get what I'm saying? So you
like
got
I said,
more.
I got merch. You
we
see the wall.
showcasing the black man excellence.
Right.
Like,
Just because you one thing, you do more than just one thing. So I want to showcase everything that you do. So if you got merch, I'll have a table for you. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I will.
Let's go.
I do, and I'm actually ordering some new cool shit. You know what I decided, y'all? Let me know what y'all think about my new idea. I got all the glasses.
Yes.
I'm gonna order the reusable plastic cup Jones.
That's lit.
With my,
you know what I'm saying?
Like the red cups.
Not the red cups,
the
just
white
the little frosted looking joint.
I got you.
That
I think that's
literally keep them like the ones you get a
plastic
kids.
Cups. Plastic
but I'm.
No, I think that's lit.
And I think if I get a few of them, then when we doing a concert series, everybody can have their joint in a cup. It's not as expensive as
the glasses
and then
shit
like that. That's one of my. That's one of the things I'm thinking about.
A quarter, a nickel. You know what I mean? A pop. And throw them
the numbers ain't bad.
$2,
the numbers ain't bad. In a way that
the numbers ain't bad.
The numbers ain't bad. I mean, it's like a lot of things have been fluctuating lately, and it depends on who you deal with. But I love the people that I've been dealing with. But the numbers ain't bad. They not bad. So I'm gonna stick with them, and they local. So I'll let y'all know if y'all need them. But so the goal is every state,
every country.
So we got London. They're like, yo, that looks so good.
Yeah, we got people
on live. People on live like, yo, that looks so good.
Gotta get it to them.
Gotta get
it to them.
That's what we working on.
A storefront.
We got Cali, waiting. We got a lot of places
everywhere.
So y'all all about to be moving and shit.
No, we just gonna be moving.
Somebody gotta run all these stores.
We just gonna be moving around.
Yeah, we still.
I heard that. That's gangster.
But that's where it comes to, like you said, building opportunities.
Yeah.
Even youth, 10, 8 years old, we put them out
in the summertime.
Stands,
and we show them social skills. Money.
How to handle money, how to interact with a customer. Teach them like how far please and thank you will take. Where you make $3 for the sale, but now you're getting an extra $5, and the kids they soak it up. So, but it's to teach them not because you're a child, it's because you out here making bread. You out here making your own money. You out here
learning how to run a business or how to maintain a business if you don't run one.
Your life right now.
Exactly.
Because everybody's not going to run a business, and everybody shouldn't.
Exactly.
On some levels, I guess possibly, but you know what I mean.
So from
on a public level.
That could be a side hustle for somebody that could alternative instead of going out doing something else. XYZ, they can sit down,
absolutely,
get a case, take it to their job, take it to we have people that do food.
And the
They
twist
buy by
is,
the gallons
the
to go
twist
check
is,
it out
you
with their
never know
food.
who knows them that wants to support them that might have a
Exactly.
market or whatever have you that might need that.
Like
You know
said,
what I'm
now
saying?
somebody
So, no,
else.
it all works.
That's and we have people asking, like, is there a store I can go to? So that's my prayer. That's my plan. Coming into from 2022 on.
Yeah, that's what we're working on
But
now.
it itself
Well-
is going to build there.
Well, let's figure out some
Stop it
things, and if
working.
it's anything that I can be of assistance with, and I'll try to wrap my head around it from my side if I think of who
We'll
I
have
know or
things
what I
in
know.
the springtime.
But
We'll
just let
have
me know.
events. We
Just
don't
let
really
me know.
want to say nothing too much because we want.
But I also have a couple, I have a cookout every year and all of that. So
Right. So we're gonna be.
it's some things that could be figured out, man. Some
Right.
things that could definitely be figured out. But appreciate you, Ryan, for your time, man. I know you're anxious to get back off camera. Barbie, come on, sweetie.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate y'all every time tuned
Tell
in.
them how to find you.
You can find me on any platform at Ryan Murdah, RONMURRDAH, or at Philly Phruit, PHILLY_PHRUIT. You heard?
That part,
All
my
right.
guy, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Right.
I know you was trying to play low, but this is important, man. It's for the people because not only do we need to make sure that they know what's going on, you just taught people a lot. You see what I'm saying? People learn.
That's why I told him you gotta get up.
We gotta learn. We gotta learn each other. We gotta learn each other, man. We gotta teach each other. Would be the proper way to say it. But no, that's what we here for. Each
That's
one
my
teach
right
one.
hand man. This the same. He's my right hand. The same way I'm his right hand. So that's why I like to build those type of relationships.
As you being the official, heard you only the female ambassador of the strawberry lemon.
Strawberry
I ain't get
lemonade. Matter of fact, can you pass me my strawberry? I need that at all times. Thank you. Thank you.
I
I
gotta
got
fit
one in
that
my
into
freezer
the-
at the moment. So
To the
yeah.
slogans, I gotta fit that in.
You
I remember that.
been on Philly Fruit or affiliated with Philly Fruit how long?
2 years.
The same 2 years?
Yep.
Okay, so was it strawberry lemonade? How they say it's the strawberry lemonade for me? Was it always like that?
For me, it was always the strawberry
It
lemonade.
was always the strawberry.
So,
And what's number 2 for you?
the pineapple one.
And what do you do as the strawberry lemonade ambassador?
What do you mean? What do I do?
What
I
do you,
promote.
how do you make sure that the strawberry lemonade is in the light it's supposed to be in?
Oh, I mean, the boss actually does that. I mean,
He's the ambassador.
the
too.
boss. Okay, the boss actually does
No,
that.
no,
he
he
gives
still
me
needs
the
the
products, and
ambassador.
I just
He still needs the
promote it.
ambassador.
He's
So-
coming right into this network. That's how we.
Yes, I just support it and I promote it. I take it wherever I go. Listen,
Nah, I know you do your job. One thing about you, I've never seen you not do that.
yes, I try my best.
Now, something you intrigued me with recently.
Oh man, what I do?
I don't know if she told y'all. Barbie likes hosting.
Oh, I do.
Oh, word. All right.
Yeah,
I
so
do.
so what's going on, man? What you thinking?
I don't know. I
What do
definitely
you
gonna put it on my
enjoy-
resume.
What do you enjoy about it?
I like interacting with other people. So
But you do that all the time. So what's the difference on a microphone or on a camera?
I don't know. I just like being on camera.
So
So
there's another way to.
it's
get
just
you
another
there.
way to be on camera. So
Nah, well, one thing that I think you're very personable and you're very intelligent, so you can never really go wrong giving yourself more airtime.
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think that those two things you can't really, you could coach them, but you can't teach them type shit. Like
Yeah.
you could nudge a motherfucker, but if they got it, they got it.
Right.
And if you have that starting point, then you'll be fine as long as you're selfless in what you're trying to accomplish in it.
I think if I keep doing it, I'll get more comfortable at it.
Yeah. I think
So,
you'll be
but I
great.
definitely like it. And I got good feedback from it. So,
Yeah, you do a great job.
so I think I'm with it. So,
Nah, you do an awesome job, and I like you say, it's about comfortability and it's about picking your spots. It's about rhythm, things like that. That I'm probably horrible at because I'm always drinking. But that's
But no,
really
even that.
besides
still,
besides
yeah.
like the personality, you know, and things like that.
yeah. And I like talking to the artists. So
Absolutely.
I like actually talking to them. So
I
I
see this man 3 days a week and never knew he was from Connecticut.
because we adopted him.
Like
That's how big.
It's a couple of people that's not from
and that's
Philly,
just
but
the
you would never
cornerstone of
know.
what I've learned that I didn't understand, because a lot of things, like I say, I read people pretty well, I think. You see what I'm saying? Just like we saw each other recently, and I told you I was
Right.
out there too. Come sit in the car with me and chop it up with me.
Right.
We ain't gotta get into why I wear, but
Right.
at the same time, and rest in peace to H.
Squad.
But it's one of those things. Like I don't just invite everybody in my car.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't.
No, I feel you.
No matter how many times I see you in public and how decent we've kept it.
This Philadelphia, you gotta watch who you put in your car.
I don't know who you going through what with. I don't know how you carry it over there as opposed to how you carry it over here. Right. So I just stay out the way and behind my tent, and maybe you won't know I'm here until you're supposed to.
Listen.
But I just think that that way I understood you. But now, when you talk about your journey from Connecticut to the county and then the infiltration into these multiple different branches and brands that I know that you're affiliated with, it makes so much more sense. And that's what we get out of talking to the people that we, you know what I mean? Because I could watch a bunch of people interview. They ain't going to ask her question or my question.
Right. But that's the beauty about hosting, is that even people that you can say you see them in a whole different light, and you're able to tap into that.
Right.
And they give you that consent to, as far as a line, but to go into that and be like, well, how did this? And, really listen to someone's story. And I ask them those little personal. I had a 3-hour interview with PME Chiz. The behind the scene jewels that I got.
Shout out the homie. That's my bro.
It was so great. Yeah, always. I will always support his music, everything. I show him love because he came through.
Definitely a friend.
I only asked for an hour. And the vibe was so well. He said, "Nah, I don't even want to go."
That's
Took a break.
He
music.
Yeah,
he really wanted to kick it.
And that's dope, man.
And he told me his journey, and I got to really be intimate with that, and ask those personal questions. To
questions that you probably wouldn't have been able to ask.
The conversation, to hear the conversation before the journey, and it's like, yo, I'm a XYZ, and if whatever, then. It's like, wow. And to see it happen, and to make it, that was really before I took it real serious, that I started infiltrating and started broadcasting. And then I get in those circles and they're like, yo, you rap? I'm like, well, yeah, I got a 16. You know what I mean?
I got a 16.
You know what I mean?
You wanted them.
My high 16.
I got a 16.
I know them dudes.
I thought it was 16, but now it's to where it's like, nah, throw another one, so.
I know you sneaky 16 dudes, over, man.
But I still, I remember and I remind those, and I teach those, because you got people like Wild West Bandit who don't know me as the radio guy, that I gotta show them pictures and be like, oh, this is where I came from.
I just went through that with you.
So it's generations and
I just went through that with you.
Right.
He hosting the show. I'm on the bill.
Shout out the West though, man.
Like, I seen your name on, but I ain't. What you about? I'm like, nigga, I rap. Like, you rap too?
That's how it be.
And it wasn't just you, Fatima. Shout out to Fear. She didn't realize it either, and it was like that's why I started putting out back-to-back EPs on the com, because I started doing this so much.
People forgot.
Motherfuckers ain't realize that.
They didn't even realize
that they know. It's me.
Never mind. Okay.
No, it's crazy. Like you be surprised at how people that aren't artists identify with music. Sometimes they don't connect everything. It's like you can hear a beat, either one of y'all or possibly both of y'all, and probably pick out each and every sound or most of the sounds that you hear throughout the beat. 90% of the world just hears one sound.
Right.
The beat.
All of it together.
Right.
And it's hard to kind of like have conversations with people. And then there's another level. There's like, and I've heard multiple producers say this, but it was actually on MTV Cribs if you watch the Kanye joint. He showed a picture in his house. And he said, I painted this when I was in middle school. And it was purple, pink. It was like rectangles and like shadowing and stuff like that. And they said, like so it was abstract. So that they said, so what do you see in it? What do you get from it? He said, that's a beat. Like, you can explain it. That's another level. You see what I'm saying? I can figure out what's in there. This motherfucker just pointed to an abstract painting, and that's Jesus Walks probably. I don't know. He wrote it when he was 12. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know how to like. So there's levels to the understanding of art. At any level, even if it's if you get into the art world with Picasso's and all of that shit, motherfuckers that's really into art that will advise you well will always tell you to buy what you like.
Not buy what's trending.
Exactly. Buy what you always start out with what you like. Whatever it's just like smoking cigars or drinking beer or drinking wine or certain things like that. Start with what you good with, and then you
can experiment and check it out.
Because now you have a baseline for where you want to go with it, because it can go either any amount of different ways.
Right.
And that's understanding a lot of times that our community doesn't have just about life and business in general. That it basically works like that.
Right.
Just do what you're comfortable with, get solid with that, and then figure out.
Correct. Get a baseline first.
Stop jumping over shit that ain't supposed to be attacked yet. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what we miss a lot of times.
Gotta crawl before you go walk.
Like you said, being comfortable, talking with people, like how you're saying, is the comfortable part. It was learning the script and the professionalism.
As far as making a movie?
As far as like on radio.
Yeah.
From where I
on
started.
radio? Yeah.
All of that was a grooming. That by the time the person saw me from the movie, he was like, "You're born bred for this. Like this
But
is
on
so
radio,
you."
on radio, there's boundaries.
The only thing different on me is the makeup and the costume. Everything else is so natural, it's so
dope.
you that it's like,
Dope.
Right.
But when radio, there's boundaries, there's situations and all of that. I did. Well, shit, we was the first live show on 98.5 FM. I did that for a while, and I enjoyed being on Glocawear so much more because having to break every 10 to 15 minutes to play a station identification or a dry commercial or something like that was fucking up the flow of my conversations and my playlist. You see what I'm saying? Like, it used to bother me. And that's why when I do Glocawear, it's like, if I don't have anybody to interview, I really just let my DJs get busy and let the people know I'm there. Because I don't want to fuck up the flow either. You see what I'm saying? And the conversation won't fuck up the flow, but just buying time talking does.
Yeah.
So
just when it's chitty chatter and it's no building to it. I can't.
Nobody's gonna learn anything.
Like conversation like that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that at all. So we just I have the liberty of that's my show, so nobody has their foot on my back to tell me what to do. But at the same time, like that's how I think about it. Like I grow from these interactions. Outside that, we gonna have some fun.
All right, cool.
Let's kick it.
Of course.
That's how it was. By the time I was doing Chiz, when I had the interview with Chiz, I said I grew. That was when I just started doing 3 hours, but I started with just 2 hours. But then I know what you're saying, where just the flow of the. But even with the drops and little commercials, it would still be in there with the flow. That it wasn't a dry commercial. It was somebody. It was a black-owned business. You know.
Oh no, I'm talking about my experience, not yours.
I know. But I'm just showing the
absolutely
to comparison and just the flow of like radio and even giving you pointers, inspiration. You know,
absolutely.
All going forward, that it definitely is.
Barbie would be perfect. She'll be fine. She'll be
absolutely. You speak very well, and you're good interaction with people.
Perfect what?
For
radio,
for hosting,
or
hosting. Whatever, because you can host in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's why I kind of asked you what were you thinking, because you hosting doesn't even have to be you or anybody. There's multiple ways that you could just host as you talking to the people. There's different ways.
I'm gonna talk about that off air. I'm thinking about something, but I'll talk to you about it off air.
Yeah, no. If you got any ideas, I love to help you try to figure them out.
Will you have your 6-packs at the All Men pop up?
I haven't. I'm still trying to put the first one. I'm trying. It takes time to brew beer.
Got you. I know.
So it's like
you ain't gotta tell me.
I told somebody work on something for me, and I'm still waiting to get to the point where I could taste it. Let alone where I could have enough for other people.
It definitely takes
but
a
as
lot.
soon as I get it, I think my idea is to either on a fly day or maybe I have a listening session, and I'll have enough there where at least everybody there can have some of it. Like maybe two people split a can, like pour half.
Right, of course.
And then after that,
that's all you really need.
Go from there, because at the end of the day, it's one of those things where I'm super particular about beer, and if I can't drink my shit every day, it ain't no point in it being my name on it. Because I'm going to be drinking a beer every time you see me. It should be mine.
Correct.
And not my preference over mine. You see what I'm saying?
No, I know.
We going to see. But by the top of next year is what I'm really looking at, to be honest. But blessings come their own way. It might be way sooner than that.
Right. Okay. Well, keep me updated.
Right. Yeah,
I definitely want to just showcase it.
I'm working on it. Like, you understand what it is. The recipe got to be right, baby. I ain't grow up making beer.
Right.
Grow up drinking it a little bit, but
not making it. I got you.
So I need them to do their thing.
Yes.
But one thing that's a blessing now is that there's so many microbreweries. I don't have to, and that's what I was thinking earlier when you was talking about the P&B Chiz situation, and I had said to Barbie that you're selfless. You don't have a problem with worrying about the person you're talking to more than yourself and your presentation. I did one 15-minute selfish ass portion of an interview, and that's when I interviewed Chill Moody, because he has his own beer. And I drilled this nigga for the whole 15 minutes.
I'm cracking.
About how he got with, and mind you, he was trying to be mad discreet. Like, he was cool, but he wasn't trying like, nigga, I asked him the same question 3 different ways. I felt like
said 3 different ways.
So to the media guys, I have sent for 15 minutes of that I was definitely selfish in that moment, because even back then, and this is years ago, I knew what I was trying to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking to somebody that come from where we come from, that's done it. And I understand his brand, and he's worked for his brand and all of that.
Right.
But also, you have a relationship with this company now.
Right.
And which part of what you did made that? It's just like if we was hooping and you did a tournament and you got a bunch of letters all of a sudden. And I'm like, well, shit. We was in all the leagues together. You like, no, but I went to the joint in Kentucky. You didn't go to that joint. They was there.
Yeah.
All right, next year, I'm in Kentucky.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's just it's like that. Like, I just want to know. So yeah, I spent about 15 on me. We was talking about him, but it was for me. I don't think the people knew, but I'm admitting it.
I'm cracking up. As long as everything is a lesson learned and you take stuff from it and you learn from it.
And that's the thing. I don't think I violated. We had a great conversation. And shout out to
Right.
West Manchild. He was there for the conversation too. He was great in the interview also. But like, it got to the point where it was like, and you have a beer.
Yeah, I tried it. I don't know.
You don't like it?
No, I'm just.
Oh, all right.
I'm cracking up.
I'm about to
trying
say.
to come at him like, you
No.
got a beer, don't you?
No, I wasn't going to shoot at it. I
That's
just
all
needed
right,
to
bro.
know. Like, I needed the info. And it wasn't no, because like I say, I always want to educate the audience too.
Right.
It wasn't one of those things where I thought it was too personal to ask on air, but I wanted to know, nigga.
Right.
No, I ain't asking about none of the rumors.
I
and
want to
shit.
know.
I want to know where that beer came from. So no, thanks for asking. But as soon as it's available, Barbie's Bar will definitely be one of the people that'll have it.
Yes. I'll definitely. If
You gotta rep it. You know what
I'll
I
have
mean?
it right in my
And I do
cooler.
beer.
No, I
I'll
got
try
you.
it.
I got you. You
I
know,
try almost anything once.
trust and believe me. Y'all are people that I see on a regular basis, and we follow each other. When it's a thing, y'all gonna know.
Oh, yeah, call me. I'll be.
Y'all gonna know it's soup before it's done. You know how you smell it? Like,
taste testing,
smell like
yeah.
we almost there. Y'all gonna
Right.
know before it's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Y'all
blessed.
gonna know.
I'm ready.
Y'all gonna know.
Hit me
But
up.
no, I appreciate the interest. But these are just things that, like I said, I seen it could be done.
Right.
I'm trying to do it.
Oh, wait. I got another question.
I'm listening.
Will you be at the award show?
You talking about what award show?
The film and music award show?
I think I'm supposed to be there because I'm nominated.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, shout out to SippinwitSammie podcast. You know what I'm saying? We nominated.
I'm about to say, how you think?
We nominated. You know what I mean?
I think I'm supposed to
I
be
think
there.
but that's what's up.
Shout out to my fly girls, Amani and Lucci. They nominated too. You know what I mean,
Okay.
for female media personalities. Like, yeah, man, we up there. You know what I'm saying? And
So you should be in the building.
I believe I'm gonna be there actually. Beyond me being nominated, because I'm not expecting anything.
Me neither.
But,
it's just good to be nominated.
You know, when them lists come out, there's a whole lot of family on them lists, man.
I know, but that's why
I'm
I said
looking at the directors. I'm like, oh, that's a great director list. I love all them brothers.
I know.
and sisters. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
it's whoever takes it. It's just
who
'cause I support
cares?
everybody.
I want to go and high five everybody, even
Right,
if I
just to
gotta
be
dip
there.
in and out. I plan on pulling up.
That's the whole
On
point.
some real shit. I
That's
plan on
it's
pulling
just
up.
for all of us to come
Gotcha.
together and actually just
Nah,
celebrate
but,
everybody.
Shout out to whoever the hell kept me in mind and nominated me, because I'm not somebody that is in all of the things that go on that side, but I appreciate that shit. Just like these situations that's sitting in front of us, like
Right.
any acknowledgement, whether it's the award or the recognition of the fact that I'm doing something,
Right.
we gonna keep fucking it up for y'all.
Yes.
Fuck that. Appreciate
That's
it.
what's up. So I'll see you.
No,
I'll
we'll be
seeing
there.
you
We'll be there. I just was looking at something today that said how to RSVP. So I'm a follow
Oh
directions.
yeah, I gotta do that too. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna follow directions and shit.
I gotta do that too.
I was kind of getting ready for this, and I was like, I'll get to it later.
Yes, but I'm gonna get to it.
No, that's dope. So, what are you nominated for?
I'm nominated.
Actress of the Year, I think
Best
I saw you in
actress
actress
of the year and
what else?
best hustler or hustler.
Hustler of the year. That's what
Hustler
it
of the
was.
year, so.
Shout out to you, man.
Listen, I'm just happy to be nominated.
Keep
so,
killing them, man.
Listen.
See, y'all be thinking I be having people on here just because they cool. These are the hardest working motherfuckers you gonna meet, man.
Listen.
Like, and the thing about Philly is you could be going hard for years before anybody notices. And I mean notices on a big level, like nominating you for things or considering you for things or saying, hey, bring your product and all of that. Like you could be doing your thing for a lot of time before anybody act like, oh, you thugging it out, you killing it, you whatever, however they want to categorize what they respect. It could take a while. So when you have somebody like Barbie that's saying multiple nominations in one situation, that tell you she working, man. How you get actress and hustler?
I'm trying.
You supposed to be getting beauty rest. How you hustling?
I be up. I'm a night owl. Everybody know.
Nah, I'm joking, but you know, like the actresses we grew up on, they seem to just lay around until it was time to run around.
Right. No,
And,
I'm out here.
And you running the whole time, and that's dope, man.
I'm out here.
Salute to that. That's ill. That's ill, man. What you think about that, man?
This is, like I said, it's inspiration. It's inspirational to see her work, her boss ethic, just how she plays stage.
Yeah, he always refers to you as a boss. I like that.
He always do.
Because you are a boss.
Always.
But like first thing he always, since he's been talking today, he always says boss.
It's always been
I
that
like
way.
that.
So that's how, even on the back end, like I'm always someone who's helping to set up. So having conversation, like I said, with bosses, owners, and mentors. Barbie, all congestion and shit.
That's the T-shirt. Bosses, owners, and mentors.
Yeah. Like I have that slogan. I tell people I only hang out with my own kind, and people are like, "Well, why are you that way?" So because that's how I was even raised. I was raised more by my great uncle, not my uncles. My uncles were still growing up. My dad was still growing up. My parents. So I was raised by my elders.
Right.
So that's why I say it's cut from a whole different class of people that have been forgotten. The dinosaurs.
He said, "Not my uncle."
Right.
My great uncle.
That I thought was my normal, and he taught me to fish, to be a man, to tie a tie, to.
That's why I said that was deep,
suit,
right?
Shoes, you know.
I was raised by every type of great black man you could think of. I was raised by a dope alcoholic. I was raised by half a crackhead. And I mean, I'm talking about uncles. You know what I'm saying?
I know, like,
I was raised by the cop uncle that'll handcuff your ankles so you never want handcuffs on, and that shit is like, nigga, you know how traumatizing that was? Anyway, I had to, you know what I mean? I was the one that lived uptown. I was from Mount Airy, so I always had to get beat up to make sure I was tough. You know what I'm saying? Then my grandfather is like Martin Luther King to me for what he's done for his you know, with what he had with his community. My father's a dope individual. My uncle was a lot like me before he passed. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I had the blessing of having a lot of different influences that were strong black men, even when they was going through their shit.
Right.
That shit don't change nothing. I got an uncle that was in and out of jail my whole life. It ain't no less than my other uncles.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hate talking to him on them phone calls. But I love why he out here, the nephew. Right. And I feel the energy. You know what I mean? I love that. Right. But like, man, you learn how to navigate. You learn that this shit ain't perfect, and you learn how to support people that matter regardless of their flaws.
Flex.
If you pay attention to your own family,
right? People
gotta get out their own head though. But that's about to get me preaching.
About
to get me
preaching. I don't even think you know. Hold on. I don't even think.
Look at you. You heavy. You had that. You was hiding that this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's cold outside. No, seriously, it's cold. It was a little cold.
Nah, it's chopping today.
But I'm out here.
You got that hot pink. You looking like something, man. Looking like something that's sipping.
I'm out here.
Oh man,
to Barbie. The game,
Barbie rocking the sipping wear, man. I must be a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, listen.
I'm starting to believe I'm doing something right, bro.
We out here.
See, that's the reflection of your work. When you are considered for things, when you do win awards, like the National Underground, I had 2 awards for Best Show, for Beagle Moment, and then another year I had for Host of the Year.
Congratulations.
You know what I mean? So, but
no, that shit means something, man.
And it was a fight. Like, it was a fight.
Yeah.
You know, but I just went so hard and just hit such a different avenue.
But you know what's dope about accomplishments and recognition? The dopest part is when you realize that you still building. Yeah. That you still on your, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think that some people you get blinded because you so busy. No, I acknowledge, I appreciate all of that. But if y'all know what's about to come,
correct. That's why I said.
Oh, we about to have a great time.
It's just cool to be nominated, but I'm not worried about nothing else because it's like I'm still building. I'm still.
And that's why you don't worry about whether you win or not.
Yeah, I'm not. I just can't wait to see everybody. You know what I mean? Like just to see everybody dressed up.
You know what that room gonna feel like? You know what that room gonna feel like with Corey running around screaming everybody's name across the room?
And DJ gonna be there too. Don't forget about DJ now. Shout out to DJ the singer.
Shout out the singer, man. My
DJ
guy,
gonna be
man.
there, so
the energy is gonna be
there.
1,000, and that's what like.
It's gonna be like Philadelphia, Hollywood.
And see, but no, literally, I wasn't gonna say it like that.
No, it is.
That's worded perfectly.
Like,
because I was about to say that feels like what we supposed to be doing. Like where we supposed, we watch these brunches, we watch all of these things, and it's like, oh, that's dope. But we got all these motherfuckers we next to that we know is ill. I'm trying to facilitate those rooms. The fact that this is another way to facilitate, like, I love that, man.
Facts. That's why I said I'm just going to just really like to see everybody.
And I think we lost networking events during COVID.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So I think we gotta take advantage of what we're
try to
standoffish.
That's why I mean,
gonna
be there.
Not even beyond being standoffish. People lost money for so long that when they came back, they had to have things that they could make money off of,
right?
As opposed to being able to once in a while do something selflessly just to pull people together.
Correct.
I see what you're saying.
Everybody was basically trying to build back.
And I'm not mad at that. I'm trying to facilitate my gap. If I could fill in the space and everybody, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I feel like that if you was 2019 and out here, it felt different on a networking tip. It felt like them rooms was always around 3 a night type of shit. Now there's a lot of events, but it's not a lot of networking events. It's no downtime. It's no time to just chop it up with us. I'm yelling over shit the whole time, which is cool because I have a lot of my best meetings in loud places drunk. But I don't know if they heard everything I said.
I want to shout out.
But it was the best conversation.
I want to shout out my guy Frenchy Rose.
I'll figure shit out when I'm drunk.
He got Networking Monday. He do every single Monday where he try to help people signing up for their LLC or just getting the information.
Dope.
So you can link up with him. Frenchy
Rose. What is it again? Frenchy Rose. Frenchy Rose.
Yeah. It's MBA Productions at Crush Lounge.
Okay, that's dope.
Never Broke Again Productions LLC. So that's what they do. They help you get the card that you could tap and just pass your information. Yeah. They do that. They help you.
I got a couple of them from Cuddy. Shout out to Cuddy. Yeah. I got the Cuddy cards.
Ooh.
So we do have networking things that we trying to incorporate.
No, they're around.
Even build up, but
like,
they don't get that light.
It's not like it's not as many.
So we
need to give light. But we need. See, I didn't know about what you just said. So like even though I got Fine Productions and she do all the building stuff, I could tell more people about that situation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because there was a time where you were bombarded with you gotta be here, you gotta be here, you gotta be here. Now it's like I'm having this joint.
It's not. I know.
Like it ain't the same.
But that's why I'm having pop up. That's why
that's why I think that's
my
pop
up shop. That's why I'm having the all men, so all the men can actually network. If you ever notice. All the pop-up shops is done by females.
That's why it'd be so helpful.
The AKAs have a situation called Black Men Cooking.
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And they've been doing it for years.
Yep.
And I feel like when you said what you said about the pop-up shop, I felt that kind of energy.
Gotcha. That's what I'm trying to give.
Because in your field, I don't want to say on your level, but with your reach, you're doing a similar thing.
I'm trying to.
That's ill.
I just know a lot of men, and then they don't know each other. How y'all don't know each other? And
you see, I ain't blink when you said you wanted me to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm like, how did this work? So it's just like, shout out to Uncle O because he will be
shout out to him.
The Ozone. He'll have his podcast there. I'm gonna have Sippin with Sammie. So
I'm gonna have them folks come through.
Good. That's why. But I want everybody to network. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever met Uncle O, but I want everybody to.
I was around Uncle O so long ago. But you know what I mean? But it's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. The point of the pop-up shop. You know what I'm saying? I want all the men to actually start networking in the city. And hopefully this will be the first anniversary, and next year I'll have a second one. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it once a year for the men.
This will be the inaugural, and then it'll be annual.
Yep. So
no, absolutely.
That's the plan, though. You know?
No, I think that is ill. I would love to hear more of what you have in your head about it behind the scenes and figure out what I can help you with, because I think that it's important. And I know that no matter what she's saying is an all-male pop-up shop. She talking about the vendors. The women's gonna be there. Barbie and part of this, man.
Oh, definitely. It's just
So
the men
like,
gonna be the vendors.
don't get it twisted. It's gonna be one of those things where the socializer is gonna be socializing because it's everybody in there is if
I got men
if I know
selling
anything
sex
about
toys for
Barbie,
the women, like listen.
if I know anything about Barbie, everybody in there is a boss or a bull,
Correct.
as we say up here.
No, try to be. I want to be around bosses, and I want people like-minded like me. So, but I just want to bring them all together.
I love that.
That's the.
I don't want to call it
that's
an idea. I love the event.
Yes, thank you. And it's going to actually be catered by Steph Kitchen. So
Say
that
that.
event is going to be catered. So yes. So it's sponsored by Philly Fruit. So you know. It's heavy. We heavy.
I gotta start bringing Barbie in the boardroom. She getting away with too much shit without me involved.
Listen,
I'm involved in
learn.
this, but like
Yeah,
I'd have
watch
loved
and
to. Yeah, we gonna figure some figuring out, man.
shout out to the vendors too. So
Absolutely, man.
they already locking in.
That's
so,
in June, right?
Yeah, it's June. But we're gonna actually change the date
Okay.
because we want to be at the other men cookout event.
Mm.
So we want to go support them. So I'm gonna change
So we
my
got time.
event
Right.
to support them. So everybody can go to each. You know, everybody can go
man.
to every event.
Nah, and that's one thing, and that's one of the things about producing events. People don't understand. Like you got to deal with so much when it comes to scheduling dates.
You have to be
when it
mindful
comes
of
to-
other dates. Yeah, there's a vendor that I want to be at my pop-up shop. He told me he couldn't do the first date.
And
I'm
you said,
changing
you know what?
it. I'm changing it.
We on the other one. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's what bosses are able to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm changing it. I
That's
want
the
you
blessing
there.
in it.
Right.
We have a couple
Make it work.
opportunities coming
Straight.
up for people right now that you'll see us posting very soon, where it's like I'm trying to put artists in front of 15,000 white people.
That's so cool.
I done put artists in front of 50,000 white people.
Right.
And when I say white, you know, they the majority. There's others in there. There's some of us in there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not just trying to put artists in front of artists.
Right.
I'm not just trying to put vendors in front of, like, the same people that already know who they is.
Right.
We're trying to create opportunities that, similar to what you're doing, it opens up and changes the dynamic of the room. Because we so used to the same shit and we settle for it. And it's like, it's so many people out here trying to figure it out that could benefit from, you know what? Put you right here for 7 minutes maybe.
Right.
And watch what happen when you walk off that stage.
Right. Real stuff though.
You see what I'm saying?
Stuff,
Like, so we gonna have some fun between what you doing, what you got going on, what Ryan and everybody over there got going on. Y'all motherfuckers had brunches and shit.
Oh, Steph Kitchens. Shout out to Steph.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guy.
Y'all think I don't be watching everybody dancing on the gram?
Listen, that'd be me forcing everybody, to be honest.
I wasn't
They be over
gonna
there
say
like,
it,
"All
but
right, let's go.
you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell.
Yeah,
She be like, just do
I
this
be
part.
forcing
That's it.
I be like,
Just
that's
say
all I need you to do is
That's all
just
I
do
need you
this.
to
They be
do.
like,
But y'all
all
be
right.
having like 9-course brunches, like y'all had like brunch in a house or
Yeah.
apartment,
Yeah.
like y'all,
And
like,
we in there.
that shit is like a smorgasbord.
Listen,
Yeah,
but we in
it
there.
really is.
So I'm gonna just tell y'all every time y'all have brunch, I hate y'all.
Well, you
I'm gonna
gotta
just
come.
say it.
No.
Like, I'm hungry. I'm
No, Sammie, y'all gotta come.
Bro, pre-orders $10.
No, y'all just gotta
After
slide
the
one
20,
Sunday. That's all.
Get the pre-order, man.
Yeah,
shit,
and then say
man.
slide.
Dog,
That's
it's
all.
worth it.
Nah,
It's
I'm
just
gonna
weed
definitely
and food and good time and
Sippin'
sipping with Sammie. Exactly.
Bro.
hold up.
You a
I can get
pancake.
Sippin' with Sammie pancakes. Hold up.
get
I don't
Yes,
think y'all
you
heard
can.
Rob Murder. What the fuck does that be? You ever do this?
Yes. Ex Steph.
He'll
Steph.
do that to the best of his
The one
ability.
breakfast he did everybody names and pancakes. So I
He
ate
did
a
a Mickey
Barbie's
Mouse.
bar.
We
He
saw
had
him
P
do a
Liddy.
Mickey
You didn't
Mouse
see it
first,
because
right?
P Liddy ate it before we could take a picture of
Well,
it.
shout out to P Liddy because I would have probably been pissed that day too. So it's cool.
No, you just gotta say slide one Sunday,
Nah,
man.
I'll pull up on y'all, man.
Yeah.
It's gang, 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 gang,
And
gang.
Steph got you.
But how? So Steph just was like, "Yo, this is what we doing." How did that come about?
I think Steph was just coming up with events, you know, entrepreneurship with the whole places is closing down and all right, well,
What we
we gonna do
doing?
it out my crib.
Right.
That don't stop the show. You know, I got a kitchen in here. That don't stop nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook in here, do platters, we smoke weed, and we have a good time.
Nah, that's dope.
And
I
that's
like
really
it.
where it came from.
Nah,
He
I
was
like it.
doing our Friday Night Heats.
Right, he was
Up
out
at,
promoting when stuff closed
at,
down.
Grindhouse.
You gotta figure out another way.
So once
No,
that,
absolutely.
yeah,
But I
once
just
that
want to
venue
be
ran
clear
out,
for the people.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, I know.
That was just him
Think
finding
on how to
another way.
revamp
You
it,
know, we work with what you got.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know a couple of chefs, and I ain't gonna shout them out right now because I don't want to step on Steph's show. But I know a few chefs that I've been meaning to catch up with and all of that. As soon as the damn demic hit, I had time to pull up and get me a platter, but they was in their crib.
Facts.
And I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
I was.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. And you know what? Little extra love because Sammie coming. So I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Where
So,
they might have been in the back, they didn't even know it was me out front where they
Right.
was at before. So these are things that I appreciate. And I understand as far as what you say when it was like, man, it was at the point where it was like, well, what we doing?
yeah. What's the next step?
There's a kitchen here.
Make it work.
Nah, make all the sense
Make
in the
it
world,
work.
and the world don't make no damn sense.
So, and he be cooking some good food. So,
No, the shit looks awesome. The bacon be the right color. The eggs be looking
not
right.
the bacon be the right color.
I be seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he's doing it. So yeah, shout out to Steph Kitchen.
Yeah, we gonna have a ball in June, man. We gonna have a ball. We gonna have a ball,
Definitely.
definitely. Now, what else are you doing, or what else is on your agenda for the near future?
I'm still waiting for the Blackwater Productions. I'm waiting for the artwork and everything to drop.
Mm-hmm.
I have a script with Spectrum Drums, so basically I'll be learning my script once I leave here because I just got it today.
Oh, dope.
So I'll be learning a new script. And what's May 1st? What's May 1st? The kids pop up. The kids. So May 1st, I'm having a youth pop up shop for the kids.
Dope.
So I'm still looking for vendors for the kids. I basically want to do something for the kids. I want the kids to promote
Do you want kid vendors or people that have vending for kids?
both.
Okay.
Both.
All right.
Anything that's for kids.
Just to
so
be
if
clear.
you sell kids items, cool. If you are a
A
kid, young adult, anything, you know. I'm
Yeah.
basically trying to do an event for them so
No,
they
that's
can
dope.
be able to sell just like we are. You know, sometimes everybody don't have a storefront. So
Absolutely.
so that's the goal.
I
but
know
that's
a
May
young
1st.
artist that I want to see if she wants a booth. That'll
Please
be
let
dope.
me know.
Mhm.
I'll send the flyer right over. So
Absolutely.
let me know. And so other than the 3 pop-up shops that I have going on, I think that's it in the acting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So how does script work for you? Because I remember because my acting career started at a young age, but I remember being on vacation as a kid and having to learn the script because when we got back, I had to go into production.
got you.
And I was too young to really understand my comfort zone of focusing on, you know what I mean? It's some nights I'm just reading the motherfuckers. Some nights I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you handle, what's your zen for learning scripts? Like, does it change depending on what
Depending on the role, sometimes it does change, but for the most part, I just try to lock in with one of my friends and we just go back and
bounce.
forth. Yep.
And
Because
you
I think
smoke?
repetitive.
Do you smoke and all?
I do. It doesn't bother me. Long as I'm it's repetitive. Long as I keep going back and forth, like it's
It
an
becomes
actual
more
conversation.
conversational.
Correct.
Yeah.
Once it stopped coming to I'm reading it and now I'm actually just saying it, then that's how I feel like I get better with it.
And then you take advantage of downtime while you filming to brush up.
Oh, I always have my script on hand. So,
Always.
yeah, I thought that was a bad thing. But everybody was
No,
like, no. They was like, you got your script,
no.
that's cool. Because the director didn't even have his script. So, me having my script, they was like, oh, yeah, Barb, let me see your script. So,
No, always have your
I just
script
always
close
be having
by.
my script. Like today, when I leave, I'm probably going to print it out
Mm-hmm.
three
I'm about to say now you need
times.
multiple.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
right.
because one of them I highlight, one I don't, one
When
be
you
in
leave
a
in the
car.
car, right?
So, they be all over. So, just in case I pull up and he be like, well, where's the script? Boom, it's in my back seat. Got you. If you ain't, if you always stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So
No, and I it's crazy now. It's 2000s and shit. The last movie, shout out to Concrete Soldiers. The last movie I really had a speaker role in. A lot of it was improv, but we also had phones, smartphones.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you can still pull up the script in your cell phone, but just having it on hand helps so much because if you know anything about filming and production, there's times where shit got to get adjusted and and you sitting there, might as well be getting right.
Correct.
You might as well be
And you
you
can't get
standing
right if you
there
don't got
like get right.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
It's
So,
easier traveling location to location and you're getting already on the next.
So I said I always have my script on hand just in case, because it's easy to forget sometimes.
Absolutely.
So,
and things change.
Right, that part. So
We plan the most we can, and then life happens.
Right.
And that comes with filming too.
facts.
And sometimes it benefits. Like for instance, in Concrete Soldiers, we was filming in the middle of North Philly. Young boy walking down the sidewalk while we having a dice game scene on a horse. Walk right in front of the camera. Nigga like, yo, do me a favor, back him up and do that again. So now when he run back through, the dice game stop and everybody just look. And then the dice game start back up.
Right.
Nigga, that was way harder. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
it's just
something that really
like
happen.
Stuff
but
changed.
we ain't know youngin was gonna bend that. We ain't know him from a can or whatever.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But like sometimes the change is good. You just gotta adapt to it. You gotta be creative enough or innovative enough to be like, so what can we do with that?
There are many scenes.
Now
like
you
that.
gotta really know your line because something just
Yeah, we never gonna tweak it.
yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
It's only for the actors that know it's the mess up. That there were whatever bloopers or whatever things that we knew as when we watched the premiere of the movie.
Like, oh shit, that's
You
what
know,
made it.
but
That
other
was
people
me.
were like, we didn't even catch it. We were so into the story and all the acting that we didn't even catch the little fumble or whatever change of a line or whatever line that was missed or things like that. So, but to how Barbie was saying of memory, it's really internalizing. It's really falling into that person where it becomes a part of that speech that you could turn it on and off.
So, you that person the whole time, or you that person when they say action to cut?
When I have to say that line, I can just go
So
into
that's just for the scene. Okay.
Yeah, to that character, to that.
I go into my character, so.
But being outside,
I'm sure you do, Barb.
Yeah, I'm just like
To
for
that
Blackwater, I'm Tanisha. I even got my tattoo is Tanisha on my arm.
Oh,
so it's
that's-
crazy how my name in the movie it actually is on my arm. But yeah, don't call me Barbie. I'm not Barbie. I'm Tanisha. So it's like
That's gangster.
On
Now-
the set, I was music. So yeah, on the set, I was that character. But the only difference was I had makeup on.
Right. Yeah. Nah, you said that earlier, and I thought that was ill.
And it's-
I thought that was a good way for how he regurgitated that to you too. But it's been great having you guys on here.
Absolutely. Honor.
Let the
Pleasure.
people. You already, man. I appreciate you. Let the people know how they can keep up with y'all. What y'all got going. How
My
they follow
Instagram,
up.
my everything. You could just Google me, Willy Beegle, WILLYBEEGLE. It's like the dog. I just spell it different. You can find me everywhere. All my credits, everything. Just like I said, Google it. And just if you see me anywhere, just go, yo, Beagle.
And the name of the movie that'll be out soon is
The Wizard 2020. So if you go on YouTube, you can even on my Instagram, there's a YouTube link. You can hit that. But if you go on YouTube, you can check it. It's The Wizard 2020. The number 20, and then you spell 20.
right. Absolutely, Barb.
So,
And hey, y'all can find me at the Human Barbie on Instagram, customized by Barbie, and Barbie's Bar, all on Instagram.
Awesome. Appreciate you for pulling up the co-host with me once again.
Sammy, anytime.
Dope. Appreciate you, bro. This has been and forever will be Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together and get a Philly Fruit.
goes good with a blunt
Strawberry
or bottle.
lemonade.
That's what I was trying to see. Oh, that's berry lemonade. All right, cool. Berry lemonade. Word. That's what we doing.
Something told me to stay, you was worth it. I've been working, we ain't perfect, that's why you for me. I got money, you got hundreds, I got all this love and you got nothing. Cause your past done stripped you of it. Perfect timing, too much time I give in lies I hear, but I stay here. Cause the time we share is so revealing. I'll treat you right, I will. I'll treat you right, I will. Just tell me you'll stay silent. We ain't gotta do what they do. Just tell see things through. Just tell me you'll stay solid. Just tell me you'll stay solid. I've been thinking, who you talking to when you feel lonely? I've been thinking, you the only one I let control me. I've been drinking, so much trust in me, I'm never sober. I've been missing you so much, I'm scared of starting over. What's it gonna take for me to have you to myself? It's so easy to have anyone, I don't want no one else. What's it gonna take for me to keep you to myself? It's easier to be alone, but I want something now. We ain't got